everybody, and welcome back to my podcast of Season 2, The Good, The Bad, and The Future. Today we're doing something a little bit different. It's a bit of a get to know me, Sarah Lauren, on my personal level. I'm here with one of my best friends, Joelle Wood, who's going to ask me assumptions and questions that people wrote in on my personal and on the podcast page. So not too sure. I read a few of them, but I'm not too sure where we're going to be going. But I hope you all are having an amazing week. Let's get straight into it. So I think we're going to do more of a rapid fire kind of question.
For sure. Okay. Let's get started in your...
And backstory, okay. I've been friends with... We grew up together.
Yeah.
So we're both from London. And we've known each other forever. We got closer in university, but she knows probably more than a lot of people. So you're able to pipe in whatever you want if you want to call something out.
You were one of those people that like I always knew in our hometown, but then when we got to university... I feel like the London people just always stick together.
Which is weird. Like I have a house of 4 people and every single person that's lived in it, except for I think one has been from London, like 6 girls or 5 girls. So I'm like, okay, weird.
London girls take the big city. Okay, so to start off with your brand side of things.
Okay.
How do you get confidence to post whatever you want online?
Okay, big question because I don't have confidence to post whatever I want. I think I've come a long way from like going from having to look perfect in every single picture. Obviously, I'm not going to post something that I think I look bad in, but when I am shooting something that I want to get an Instagram for, I'm going to take probably 200 pictures for that 5 that I'm like, wow, that's great. I'm going to post these. But I've come a long way from like that I need it to be perfect to now posting more of like a journal. And I love posting my outfits. I wear things that I think are cool and awesome. So I want to showcase them, obviously. So even if it isn't perfect, I'm like, no, I want to show people this. So I'm going to. So I think, yeah, I'm not at the 100% confidence I can post whatever all the time, but I don't really care what people think. And if I look good in it and I think I look good in it, then I'm going to post it. I want to show the world.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely changed over the years from kind of staying within certain boundaries and now you just kind of wear and do what you want.
And obviously I did collaborations with like lingerie brands and stuff. So that was big to like, obviously, I don't know, some people that obviously know my parents, friends, this, that, follow me. So it was like that, but I think I try to do it in a respectful way. Yeah. And it's not like too revealing, but
you mentioned lingerie brands. How did you start doing partnerships with brands and get paid for it?
Okay, I've always had a bit more followers than like a lot of people on Instagram and stuff.
I wonder why.
Because I do post all the time and I always have. I've been the person that posted like more than other people, and I've just loved social media because I love everything to do with social media. It's how obviously I've grown up, but like I've been with it for forever. So I think that just because I've obviously had that a little bit more following, brands have reached out. And I think it was like the first time I had Pretty Little Thing and loungewear were like the first like bigger brands that had a huge following that I was like, oh my gosh, why the hell do they want to work with me? And that's when I was at like 11K 4 years ago, I want to say, is when I actually started working with like good brands or like ones that have like a huge, I shouldn't say good, but brands that have a very big following that I didn't think was like, why are they choosing me? But yeah, that's just kind of how it started. People reach out and it's normally in your DMs, but then I put my email there now. So obviously now I have to filter out like people that obviously don't really fit with my brand and want to work with, but it was just DMs and email. And then I just respond, and now I reach out to some brands if they want to work together. And it is just about like searching through your emails to see if you want people want to work with you, if things collide and work great, or if I'm like, no, I really want to work with this brand, I will reach out. Yeah.
And then, so obviously you're doing the influencer side of things, and like we said, we went to school together, so you also did the degree. What are your plans now going forward? What do the next 3 years look like?
Okay, 3 years. So I'm finishing Ryerson in hopefully a month or
less
2
than a
weeks.
month, like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So I'll be finished Ryerson in 3 years. I'm going to my master's, and that's a 1-year program in fashion. in New York. So that'll be 1 year, but I have the visa for 2 years.
Oh,
So I'll be
that.
able to live in New York for 2 years. That's like the F1 visa that I have to get in order to be able to go to school there. So I'm just hoping, and fingers crossed, I don't know where I'm gonna be, but in 3 years, I'm hoping and assuming, because I'm gonna work for it, to be still working in New York. And I don't know if that's under people internships while doing a part-time job or finding a great job, but I'm assuming I'll be working in New York City.
I'm going to come visit, obviously.
Yeah, as you need to.
So what inspired you to work in fashion, and who inspires you?
Okay, big question, little question. What inspires me and what kind of got me? And I think I've always been that like crazy fashion kid where in elementary school and when I was growing up, I'd sneak in and get my mom's makeup or put her shoes on or wear like colorful undershirts under my uniform in elementary school growing up. So everyone kind of knew that I was gonna definitely be into that whole fashion scene and creativity, but I just never stopped playing dress up, doing all these things like with fashion. And then obviously I could showcase it on Instagram, which was great, and social media. And then I had my Welcome to My Closet page that I made.
I remember that page.
Yeah.
You never post on that page. Well,
no,
I guess your personal account has kind of turned into it.
Yeah, so I used to have an Instagram account that was called Welcome to My Closet. And I would
You can still go find it if you really look for it.
Please don't. You could. My fashion style has definitely changed, but you definitely could go creep and see how it has changed. But yeah, I had that, and that was just so like I could post my outfits. People would be like, oh, where's this from? So the caption was just shirt here at whatever, pants at whatever, shoes at whatever, just so people could find it.
But I feel like that helped people a lot, because when we weren't even close, when I first met you, I remember you had this double buckled belt from Roots.
Okay.
It was leather. It's not that cute looking back at it, but I actually went to Roots.
It was at the time.
And I got it. And I was
no
like,
way.
I'm just like, Sarah.
So yeah, I guess it helped. But like that's what I do on my stories now. Like I'll tag things, or like even in my Instagram picture, I have them tagged. And I use TikTok for like outfits and stuff too. So I found a different way of doing it. And I think that was just, I didn't need 2 social media accounts. Now I can just do it on my one and have more time for like TikTok and other things. But that's kind of how I got into it. And now obviously I'm finishing a 4-year program that was everything fashion communication. So I learned every side of it, and I know that I love fashion and I'm going to be in it for the rest of my life. I do not want to do anything else other than the fashion industry. But I don't know where I'm going to end up in the fashion industry. I'm going to be happy with whatever. I could be literally working under a designer and getting them coffee, but just the fact that I'm learning and going to be working with people in the industry, if that's where I end up, that's where I end up. At least I'm going to keep trying all these new things, but I just love the industry and I know that I'll be there forever, and I'm going to give it my all to make a name for myself, but I have no idea.
Yeah. And like you said, you've changed a lot since you started studying fashion and everything. What would you say the biggest growth moment has been for you?
In regards to like fashion and stuff,
or just in general? Because sure, you've changed your fashion sense, but I also feel like you've changed as a person, like personality, confidence, everything.
Definitely. I think that going from London, and like obviously it's not small, but for people that are in London will get me when I say this, we know everyone in London knows everyone else in London. You might not be so close friends, but we knew of each other, and we didn't even go to the same elementary school, high school. We didn't even live beside, like near each other, like, but we still knew of each other because everyone knows everyone basically. I always tell
my mom, the London party scene, not even party, but just the people who are the most social.
Yeah, the social groups.
You know everybody. I could never meet you, but I know your name. I know your friends. I know
follow
you dated.
You on Instagram.
Yeah, I have you on some type of social media.
Literally.
But yeah,
so going from that to Toronto, and everyone in like even high school and stuff will get it, because you hang out with the people that you go to high school with most of the time. At least that's how we kind of did it. Like our friends were probably our friend group, or core friend groups were probably the people that we went to school with every day, because you're in classes with them every day. You have that lunch with them, whatever. But after that and moving to university, I kind of found, like, obviously I have friends from back home still, but you meet so many people, and you're not just hanging with people that live near you, go to the same school as you. You get to pick your friends. And I think that that's just turned me into like surrounding myself with such good people and people who are not just like me. Like we all have different careers and do different things, but like have the same values. And I know
similar interests.
Yeah, and you can put friends in different categories and stuff and treat them all great and with respect. But some people you go out with, some people you see like almost every day of the week, some people you reach out to when something happens in your life. But you can be friends with so many people, but you don't have to be best friends. You don't have to be the same exact friend to each person, but you just have to have all these amazing people and treat them all as a friend should be treated and how you want to be treated. But I think I've just came to the conclusion of like, you know what, I know exactly who I am now, and I love myself and who I am. Obviously I have aesthetically things that I want to change, like get fitter, do this and that, but I know who I am to the core and like my values and stuff, and I know who my friends are and who I want to surround myself with. And I think that's just have given me like so much freedom to just carry myself how I want to carry myself, rather than having to fit in to a certain criteria or how other people are going to view me, because I just know who I am, and my real friends do too.
And plus we're older now, like there's no need to be fake to people, because you don't need to be around
you're just
someone
wasting
all
your
the time.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you feel the need to be doing that when you're around certain people, you should probably rethink of the people that you're around.
Okay, I'm gonna start asking you more personal questions now. The juicy ones. Let's just start
with. There weren't
with
too many juicy ones, but there were like some.
the people want to know.
Yeah. Okay. Go at
Are
it.
you single? Are you single right now?
I am the most single I've ever been in my entire life.
I don't know what that even means for you.
Yeah, but because like I have been in like I think 3 serious relationships in the past, but I'm so just content with being single. It would take like someone to swipe me off my feet to get me to not just want to, because I'm like in a good place. I know I'm leaving. I know I have a big step in front of me for my master's, but I'm totally okay with being single, and I'm so content with focusing on myself right now.
You said you had 3 big or serious relationships. Would you consider yourself more of a relationship person, or do you like the fun aspect of being single?
I think that you're gonna say that you think that I'm a single person because I'm so fine when I'm single. Can I say that? Is that kind of what you see? Like,
yeah, I know why you're about to say that, but I see both sides to you.
Because I would say I'm a relationship person because I love being in a relationship and like spending time with that person, and I love when I fall for someone, I fall hard. I will give you everything. I'll give you my left leg. But like
maybe that's the problem.
That's probably the problem. But it's like when I'm single and I finally get over that like relationship I've come out of or whatever, I'm so okay being alone. Like I throw myself into everything healthy, like working out, school, work, friends, like doing all that kind of stuff. So I think I'm totally fine with being single, but just my past record of life, I think that I would say I'm the relationship person type of person.
I'm going to give you my answer to the question for you. I consider you a single person just because you're my friend. That's like, if I want to go for dinner, if I want to hang out with a new group of people, you're the friend that's always like, I'm coming.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So that's why I feel like you thrive meeting new people all the time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But then I do see the relationship side of you because I've witnessed you in relationships and you're such a... You like love being loved, and you love other people hard. So like, I feel like you just love the comfort of having a consistent person in your life to like tell things to, because you're also someone that's always calling someone and texting what's happening and everything.
Yeah, I totally agree.
But I don't think you need anyone. You're not someone who like is a serial dater or anything.
True. True. I really hope I'm not a serial dater. But like you were saying, like I am such a big extrovert, and I've learned, and people have told me, like you thrive off of people, being surrounded by people, going, seeing friends, sitting down with your friends or hanging out with your friends, rather than like, I don't like being alone. Like if I could be with people all the time 24/7, I would. Because if anyone asks me to do anything, I'm like, absolutely, when should I be there, or what do you want to do before, like what time?
I remember coming home from work in the summer, you'd be sitting on the stairs in front of the front door.
I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Waiting to be home. But yeah, like I love my friends and everything, but like I hate being alone. But you could throw me in a random room with strangers and I would have the best time of my life because I just like talking to people.
Okay. aside from the boy side of things, still on a personal level though.
Okay, here we go.
What's the fam like?
The family. So I'm the baby of the family. I have 2 older siblings. Obviously, you know this. My parents. And my brother now is in Toronto with me. My sister's in Ottawa. We all are about to graduate. Like, they're done. But I'm still in school. And, like, leaving from home and stuff and all being apart was different because we're so close, but we've always been so close and we always will be so close. We write in our family group chat. It's probably going off right now.
Yeah, your family's
every day. Because like we're always there for each other. If someone needed something, every single one of I have an amazing family and I'm so lucky, but also like we have the best times. Like they're like my best friends too because we drank a bit. Like we love having fun. We all are extroverted people. We love all of each other's friends. Like I think the best times of my life is when we're all together and all of our friends and all of us are up at the cottage hanging out just together. They're so fun. Like I cannot think of a bigger and better time than those times because I love. And like we all have great friends and like we all have a great head on our shoulder. We work hard, we play hard, and we all have that mindset. And I love it. I love my family. We're close. I couldn't ask for a better family. I couldn't.
And you have pets too.
Yeah, we have 2 dogs. We've had only Goldens, but now we have 2 dogs, Georgie and Oakley, and they're sisters. So like my sister's supposed to have one, which she does, Oakley. My parents have Georgie, but they love being together. So like sometimes my parents will have both of them. Sometimes my sister will babysit both of them, or they're both at their own place because Ottawa, London.
Toronto's way too hard to have big dogs.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I'm not responsible enough for an animal yet.
It's like a kid.
Yeah.
Okay. More on the fun side of things now. We moved from London to Toronto, and I've been in Toronto an extra year than you because I'm a year older than you, but we've been here for at least 4 years at this point. I would say we like to go out occasionally.
Oh God, yeah.
Occasionally. What's your favorite place for a night out in Toronto? Not dinner. We'll do that after. Actually, let's do both. Okay. Dinner and then bar club vibe.
Okay, so I'm on a streak of like trying out a new restaurant every time I go out, and I love that. I'm a very big foodie, so I honestly would just prefer trying out new places all the time. And I love little plates because I don't like being full. So I like trying different things, not having just like a massive, not just having like a massive meal of one thing. So what kind of places is like that?
You love sushi.
Yeah, I love sushi.
Plus in Toronto, they have like the cool sushi places.
Dasha is really good because it's like a cool vibe too. It's like an experience, not just that. So yeah, maybe I'd say Dasha because it's cool and it's near King Street, so you can go out after.
Describe King Street to people though who don't know.
How the heck do I describe King Street? Just like the party street, like you patios or downtown. It's the strip that everyone you'd find out. Actually, there's Ossington too, which I've trying to been going out to, but I don't know it as much. I think it's probably, is it an older crowd?
I think.
Like, is that how they describe it?
It's weird because when we first got to Toronto, the younger crowds, so like the university crowds hang out. I think it's like Adelaide area. Yeah. That's where those younger bars are. Gracie's, Rock and Horse.
Rock and Horse.
Yeah.
Definitely first year. Like, I wouldn't recommend. Don't go there now. Anyone coming to visit, I would not recommend.
King Street is like, I would say early to mid 20s, but you could be in your late 20s and still be fine on King Street. Or
even like 23 to like 33.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to say is like the average.
Yeah, and then Ossington and Queen Street. Well, Queen Street is the same as King, but more like hipster vibes, like cooler places. And then Ossington, I would say, is a little bit more mature, but it's not going there and running into
you're going to get
your
cocktails
parents.
with your friends.
Yeah, you're having a more classy night.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where you'd go for drinks if your parents were in town and you wanted to go for drinks. But or like your friends, you want to have a girls' night and you don't want to go too hard, you know. Or that's how I.
But where do we go on King Street?
Where do we go on King Street? Every time we end up at Locals or Laissez-Faire. But if I were going for like brunch or something, I'd go to, and we love Parlor.
Yeah, like, Parlor. That's like a new, I don't know if it's a new spot, but it's a new find.
We didn't go much I think last year before the pandemic, but now we're there all the time. Like I think we fell in love with it.
Also the best pizza in Toronto.
Best pizza.
Yeah. Sponsor
ever.
this, please. Parley.
Yeah. And they have like, I've been there for like brunches and like mimosas and stuff too. And it's a vibe. Like there's always a good group. And they had other parties like St. Patty's Day. They had St. Patty's Day party.
Fun.
Yep. It's always a vibe. And petty cash is fun. We love petty cash.
I always
we don't
suggest petty cash and everyone shuts me down. You get shut down.
And on I guess every night after 10 p.m. But we did start going on Tuesdays, Anejo. Because it's half price tequila and everything.
Yeah, tequila tacos from 10 to midnight.
Mm-hmm.
It's
get
a
in,
hidden
get out,
gem.
Head somewhere
but actually
else.
Don't go there because that's our spot. So.
You'll take your spot, and we don't make a reservation. We just walk in, and that's the best
guacamole of your entire life.
And they make it in front of you, which is an experience and a half.
Amazing.
Yeah, get a good group and go.
Literally. Okay. I guess this is...
So that kind of answers, do we go out a lot? Yes.
I don't go out a lot.
But we go out average.
I do go
3 times a week.
It's not even like we go out just to go out. We're going out to socialize. We know so many people. And I feel like you and I are the same. We love to dress up and we love to get done up. So now that the pandemic is over...
We were stripped away from like it for a while. So we're making up for lost time.
Yeah.
And we work... I think we both have the same mindset. During the day, we would both wake up early.
Yeah.
Work out. Do our stuff. Like school, work, whatever. Finish it. So we have something to look forward to too. Not saying that we don't like our jobs or our work that we do, but it's that balance that we like to do, and we have that balance. We're definitely not the type to sit in front of a TV and have a tea and watch one episode of something and go to bed.
Yeah.
But we're definitely like, okay, great. I had a great work day. Let's get a drink. I think that's a great way to do it. Balanced lifestyle.
People who aren't from Toronto don't understand the vibe Toronto is in the summertime. When it starts to warm up, you could step out any night of the week and it's packed. You better know someone to be able to get in somewhere.
Yeah, or go to somewhere else. Queens, because Queen Street, I've never been on like a really packed night anywhere downtown there. Yeah. So maybe migrate. Yeah, we should try.
Okay. Pushing away from those type of beverages and the downtown life. What's your Tim Hortons coffee order?
I know, that was a weird question that someone asked.
You don't drink Tim Hortons. You drink Starbucks more than anything.
Well, I like Tim Hortons coffee, but then my family would get, or my dad likes McDonald's coffee, and I drink it black if I don't go to Starbucks.
Black
coffee, yeah.
Wow.
With a straw.
That's dedication.
So I just like it. It's what I kind of grew up on. So I'll get a black coffee. I can't get a black coffee from Starbucks because it doesn't taste good. So I'll get it from either McDonald's or Tim's, and then if I want like a latte or something, I'll go to Starbucks.
And then going into food, if I
know
what it looks
know
like
this
because I've lived with you, but if I were to come into your kitchen, open up your fridge and pantry, what are the essential items that I would find?
So you can call me out on this, but I think I know, because like I'm not a big cooker.
Really?
I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
I was on like a 2-month thing of where I was like health, and I was like, okay, meal prep and everything. Definitely gave up on that. Can't keep that up going.
You are health though.
No, but I mean like when I was meal prepping, I was so on top of it. But now if you open my fridge, you would see hot sauce, veggies, hummus, grapes, popcorn in the cupboard.
Yeah.
Pretzels in the cupboard.
Are you still on the peanut butter?
No, almond butter now.
Okay.
Yeah. Protein powder, protein bars.
The guilty pleasures though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Smart Sweets, dark chocolate. Love dark chocolate. What else? I'll have I'll have chicken. I'll have some chicken breasts in there for like lunch and stuff. But not much. It's pretty. Spinach.
Yeah,
you like smoothies? Yeah, I love smoothies.
Yeah.
I probably drink one every single day. So I have like the freezer is where it's packed. Really.
I'm just gonna start firing like random questions now at you, so we can just like go through them. But what foundation do you use?
I use the Dior foundation, and I mix a few of them together to get the perfect color because I can never find a color that matches perfectly. So yeah, that's probably my go-to.
What's your dream place to live?
New York. and I'm gonna be living there in a
That's
bit.
another question. How long do you see yourself in New York? Like, is that a for life thing for you, or?
If I could, I would, but I know the whole visa thing is like, obviously I have to keep in mind and figure out and stuff, but I'm hoping that I do well and find a job there and can continue that and stay there. I love the States. I love the States. So I want to be in the States, and my dream place is New York. I wanted to be there forever. I wanted to go to Parsons before like Ryerson, but it was too far for me, and I had to obviously write my SATs and stuff. So I didn't do that. I chose Ryerson.
Okay.
Did that for 4 years, and I could not, like, I love that I did that. I love that that was my way, and now I'm going to Parsons and doing a master's there in New York because I think I'm ready for that next step, and that's where I want to do it, and that's like my dream. Who doesn't want to live in New York?
I love New York. I've only been to New York once.
You're gonna say that you don't want to live in New York?
No, I do. I would love to live in New York if the opportunity presented itself. I've only been to New York though once when I was in grade 6, so I think that makes me like 12.
Okay.
And I remember
so you
going
didn't get to really
no,
see
I didn't
it.
get to experience it. But I remember going to Times Square and just going from London to, like, it's not like people from London visit Toronto every weekend. That's not a thing. It's still like a good 2.5 hour drive. But I remember being surrounded by millions of people and actually getting like anxiety from it. I remember like grabbing my parents' hands, being like,
especially
oh my gosh, there's so many humans in one spot.
Yeah.
But no, I love New York. I'll come visit you.
Yeah, you have to.
I think I'm more of a heat person though.
Okay. So where would you go?
Like Arizona.
Okay.
Arizona.
Fair.
I love Arizona.
New York City girl.
Yeah. You just mentioned the visa, and you need a visa to work in the States. We're Canadian, obviously. But what is your ideal future job?
If you asked me this a month ago, it would be different.
Okay.
Because it changes all the time. Obviously, the industry that I'm in, it'll always be fashion. But my favorite thing to do is be a creative director. I love planning, having someone give me their idea, their product that they want to sell. I will create 10 mood boards for you, and from the studio that it's going to be shot in, the photographer, the models, the hairstyles, the makeup, what your products are going to be paired with, everything, what time, what lighting, everything, and hand you all these ideas and to a designer and have her or him come back and say, this is working, or I don't like this, or change this, or start over. I love being that creative director, and that's exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life. But I understand
little Molly May.
It's hard. Yeah. But I understand that's hard to get into and stuff, but I'm going to try. But other than that, I would love to be a stylist. Would love to do that. But I also would just love to work under a designer because I want to learn from them and see how they do it, what it takes. Obviously, here and there and you learn about it, but I want to see it and just be able to take it all in. If
you didn't, obviously you're going to work in fashion, but if it wasn't going to be fashion, what would it have been?
Well, business. I know definitely business because in high school I was good at math. So I was like, okay, Ryerson's the only fashion university that even I knew of because obviously fashion isn't huge in Canada.
Country,
yeah. So
unless you have college, maybe.
Good one in the country that like was the only kind of good one that I even heard about when I was doing research and trying to find them. But I applied to so many other universities in Ontario that were business. So if I didn't get into Ryerson, I would have had to go into one of those and did business. But obviously business is good to know, but I definitely would have just kept trying for fashion. Like I would have probably done a year and tried again for the next year. And if I didn't get in, done it again and again and again, trial and error, try to get back in. But yeah, definitely something in business. I probably would have done business and then tried to start something for fashion. Yeah, because business is always good to know. But I'm glad I did because we learned, obviously we had to take it required for our program, a few business courses, which was great. Like they did teach you that. But yeah, that'd probably be where I'd be if I didn't do this.
And then obviously in the past few years, you've been doing more influencing stuff. Have you I don't really know how that works. Like, is that just something that people learn and take upon themselves, or have you taken courses to kind of educate yourself on how to grow the brand and all of that stuff?
I didn't take a course, but my friend did, and she shared like her notes with me and everything that she kind of learned. Like we kind of looked at it together, and it taught me some stuff in like the whole like media kit and how to get paid or how much you should be getting paid, because it's not really talked about. And that's why I created this podcast and stuff, because a lot of things in fashion you don't really know, like especially like social media and stuff, you don't know the behind the scenes. So that kind of filled in some of the blanks for me. But you just learn as you go. And well, the course that I took was Mind Your Business by Neatson. She's a influencer here in Toronto that I follow, and I saw her like come out with it, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I asked my friend about it, and she said she was taking it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like
share.
Yeah, please share. So then I learned some stuff, so did she. And yeah, but it is hard to know. You kind of just have to figure it out as you go, or ask some people. And like now I know some people that are working in PR and like media that reach out to influencers, and I'm like, I go back and forth with her like, okay, like how much is other people asking for this? Like how much do you think it's worth if I have this much engagement, this much this and that? Because like when you're doing a social media kit and stuff, you have to tally up how much you're getting engaged with your profile. And I'm at a good number. So you just have to see like what works and how much a brand's willing to spend and stuff. So it's kind of like, it's different for different brands. And
then just some questions about you now.
Okay.
You have long blonde hair. Is it natural?
No, I started dyeing my hair when I was like, I want to say, which is so bad, like grade 6 or 5, young, doing like the whole highlight thing. But if I didn't, it would probably be my roots. Like my roots are pretty dark.
You have like dirty blonde hair,
but
though.
I think it's, dirty blonde is what I would say. So like blonde-ish, lighter. It's definitely not like black, but definitely not as bright as it is right now. That's for sure. Definitely not natural.
Okay, so like some of these questions are people assuming things about you. They're not really questions now. Some of these are so funny because I already know the answer. But we can start with one that's not funny. But okay, so this person says they think you're super confident and love yourself. True or false?
I don't think anyone's super confident in like, they're not. I know I'm not perfect. I want to be better in how I eat, like fitness and stuff, like aesthetically. But I'm very confident in who I am. I think over the past like year, I've come to know that. So who I am and how I carry myself and what I'm like that, those values and stuff, for sure confident.
You've always been the popular girl growing up.
I want to say yes, but I was in high school bullied. So, and I had to change schools because of it. So I definitely didn't feel popular then. I guess there was like 2 groups and yeah, they did not like me, but definitely was bullied in high school. So for the majority of my life, yes, but not a lot of people know that I was bullied. So
I feel like when you stand out from other people, I'm calling London a small town. It's not a small town, but just
I always find myself doing that.
Smaller than Toronto with millions of people. When you're trying to stand out and you're doing stuff that isn't average, what everyone else is doing, I feel like that's an easy, especially when people are young. People have all grown up now. It's different now. But when you're young and everyone's just trying to blend in on the in crowd and copy each other, I feel like if you're standing out from other people, people are talking about you. And it's not always in the nicest way, obviously.
Absolutely. And because I was so into fashion and stuff, I would wear the most, looking back now, ridiculous things. But
it's
at the time I thought
ridiculous
it was
looking back though. Like looking back at your old outfits, they're kind of
cute.
Like they're just like, they're not different. Cute, but I just mean they're not like, whoa, what is she wearing? They're just like, but at the time.
Because I did that, I think some girls would like, use it as like a bit of against
try me, hard, all that stuff. Talking about, I know we just said what you used to wear, but looking forward into the future, what you want to wear, what upcoming trends are you most excited for this season?
The Prada loafers, and there's so many dupes everywhere. Like I have the ones from Zara I'm wearing right now, the white ones. Loafers, love that. Like if it was a baggy jean pant with the loafers kind of peeking out. Low rise, obviously you need to have a good day. I wouldn't feel too comfortable wearing them every single day, but I love low rise, and some people can just pull it off and it looks amazing. The whole like boyfriend jeans, love. Floral's coming back in. I love that. Sundresses, so excited to wear. Yeah, I love floral.
Certain types of feminine patterns are nicer than others. Some look like curtains and stuff like that. But
hit or miss. But
do you have any piercings and tattoos?
Piercings, I used to have 3 holes in each ear.
Okay, I kind of like that look, but if you don't do it enough,
kept putting the other two in, and obviously they're in. I don't know why I didn't, but I just kind of let that happen. And then my belly button ring. And then tattoos, I have 7, I want to say.
7?
Yeah, little ones. I have the one behind my ear, my wrist, back of my arm, back my side.
You have one on your back.
Back. Yeah, I forgot about that one. 2 fingers. So
is that 7?
Like 6, 7?
Whatever, it's 7.
Well, plus a few I'll get in the near future. But
yeah, I love tattoos.
I like the small dainty ones.
Cute. Okay, this person assumes that you're flaky.
Interesting. I have 7 calendars, I think. No, like 4. And I make sure I do not miss anything. I have like a to-do list. So, and if I find out something, I will plan a month in advance and I will put it in every single calendar just to make sure I don't miss it. So I would definitely
disagree.
Yeah, decline that assumption.
I also feel like you're that friend that if I ask you to do something with me and you say yes, 2 hours later you won't text me and be like, I'm too tired.
Yeah.
Like, that's not you.
Because if I say yes, you're excited for it, and
You'll
I know you are, so I'm gonna be
and come.
Absolutely. Can't
That's
miss a good time. And I'd feel bad if I were to just bail last minute.
If it's like a stupid plan, I wouldn't care if you bail, but I
if
feel
I
like
bailed,
you know.
I'd say, honestly, I don't really want to go. How much do you want to go? Like, is it bad? Would you hate me?
And if I say I really want to go, you'd be like, okay,
fine. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Okay. I was thinking about this question because I saw it and I was like, honestly, my favorite thing to do is work out because you feel so good after. I love working out, but like obviously socializing, but we've talked so much about that, and crossing things off my to-do list. So feeling. Satisfying. If I don't do those things a day, I feel guilty. I feel like I'm missing something. I haven't done it today. And every single day, even if it's a Saturday, even if I'm going out, I'm like, go out meet the girls at 10 p.m. You know what I mean? Like even that's on my to-do list. So
go to bed.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Yeah. Other than that, or drink water. But
drink water is important. People do that.
True. But that wouldn't be my to-do list. But yeah, crossing things off my to-do list and working out.
What does a day in the life for Sarah look like?
Very different depending on the day. What day should we pick?
Let's do one weekday, so like a Tuesday, and then a rage day, a weekend day.
So Saturday. Yeah. On a Tuesday, I'm loving working out early in the morning now, so I literally will go to a class.
You are a morning person.
Yeah, now. I love mornings. Weird.
But you stay up late, so I don't know how you're functioning.
I do not need any sleep. Like I can grind on 4 hours of sleep and I'm fine.
That's what you do.
Yeah, so. I do every day. So on a Tuesday, wake up 7 a.m., go to the gym for 7:30, have that class, get a coffee, go home, shower, class. Now I'm still in class and finals. So right now I'd be studying. We're just finishing our last classes. So class and study, finish final projects, meet with groups. If I need to take content for a day, I try to do 1 TikTok a day and stories of like what I'm doing in my life on Instagram and a few posts a week. So if that's a posting day, I'll have that written on my calendar and we'll make sure to do that. And then sometimes I'll hang out with friends at night, or I will literally do the most during the day for school. So because I know that my weekends I want to have chill. So I do work like all day just to make sure that I have that time. But yeah, and then I'll go to bed at like 2 a.m. because like I'll watch a show because I have so much going on in my mind all the time that I need a show or something, or TikTok, scrolling through TikTok just before I go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like you just sit on your phone at night though. I feel like you're not an early sleeper. You're definitely a night owl. And
like a lot of my friends and you guys are too. So and that's the only time I have to like really not think about anything. So I just watch a show, zen, and then go to bed, have some popcorn and call it a day. But on Saturday, if we're gonna do that, I'll still work out in the morning, or like if I don't go out Friday, I'll work out early. If I do go out Friday, I work at like 10 a.m., give myself a few more hours to sleep, and then eat something, finish up if I need to do anything, meet up with friends, shopping, this, that, or if we're doing earlier drinks, we're having a day, if we're doing something. We normally make arrangements like during the week, so I'll know what we're kind of doing. It's not just like,
I feel like you and I are definitely like stressed people. So if someone's just texting me at 8 p.m. with plans that start at 8:45. I'm gonna
like,
tweak.
no, yeah, we can't. No, I need to know.
wash my hair. I need to shower.
Self-tan.
Not me, but
Pick
I wish.
my outfit. Pick 7 outfits so I can try them all on and see what I like the best. Yeah.
The floor by the end of the night is just covered in clothes.
Know where the pre is. Whatever. We're going out. Love going out for dinner, and we should really do like cocktails, but it's nice that obviously if you have drinks at home, you don't have to pay for as much. But yeah, and then we're hitting the town. We're doing something.
Some people might not know that Toronto is a crazy expensive city.
It is. So have a pre somewhere.
Yeah. You mentioned that one of your favorite things to do is working out. Why do you work out so much? What inspires you to work out?
It's funny because my trainer asked me this question. I saw it when it came in, and I was like, why? Why do I work out so much? But I work out like at least 4 or 5 times a week, and I'm mad if I don't do that. But obviously I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to working out. I love how it feels after when you're done. But I think it's just because like we go out on the weekends and stuff, and I want to feel good about doing that, and I don't want to feel guilty. So I'll make sure to do that. So it's a balance. I'm all about the balanced lifestyle. So if I work out, I save those calories and stuff to be able to go out and not feel guilty about doing those things. So I think it is a bit of a balance, and that's why I kind of got into it as much. I've always done sports my entire life.
Yeah, like what sports have you played?
When I was in, I don't do any sports anymore. I just work out, but I did gymnastics for like 7 years of my life. I did volleyball, beach volleyball in the summer with my friend. I did volleyball in high school.
Really?
And then I broke my finger in like something. So I literally was a bench rider the entire season.
I did not break my finger, and I was still a bench runner the entire time.
We're tall. So yeah. But basketball, did that. Tried every track. Was really good at high jump.
About high jump.
Yeah, I was really good at high jump. But like I just wanted to get fit and like be able to hang out and socialize. So I was never really like full mind into a sport. So I would like dabble here and there, want to try everything, but never found one that I was like, okay, I'm going to stick with this.
Obviously you mentioned working out. Everyone loves to look fit body wise. There's some other questions regarding appearance. Lip injections. Yes, no.
Yes, I have half a syringe. So like everyone didn't really tell.
I can't tell.
Yeah, I already had big lips to begin with, like, okay, like not small.
Yeah.
So I don't really think it was a huge thing. I don't even think my dad noticed. So he might be finding out right now. I'm not sure, but
exclusive information.
Yeah, but yeah, I have that. That's it.
How about like skincare and stuff like that?
I've never had bad skin, but I do take care of it. Like I use like good product. Yonka is a really good face wash that I've used for now like 6 years of my life.
Okay.
And it works. So I do that. Moisturize.
Where do you get that from?
I get it from a spa in London. So I'll just like buy in bulk and then bring it with me. But I'm sure you can order it online. Yeah. It's just so close to my house that whenever I go home, I'll pick it up if I'm running low.
And in terms of life preferences now, I know we talked about you being single, but just to take it back to the boys, what is the first thing that you notice in a guy?
Height.
Okay,
definitely.
We're both like decently tall.
Yeah, I'm 5'9.5".
Okay.
And you're
maybe just a little bit shorter than you.
Yeah. So I love being tall, but I love wearing heels too. So I'm gonna need someone really tall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prime height, I think 6'4" would be the best.
You're really being picky now. 6'4".
That's just like an ideal height.
What are like 3 qualities that you look for in someone?
Like a partner?
Yeah, a partner.
Loyal. Like number 1.
Yeah.
2 is athletic because I love working out. So
having someone,
and driven. Like you need to be confident in what you do and like be so involved in your work and stuff, because I try so hard in like school and stuff I do. Like I want you to try so hard too.
I feel like we're also just at that age that everyone should be, even if they're not starting their career, they should have something an idea or like working towards it in some capacity, or even a hobby that they're super passionate about. So if you meet someone at our age and they're just kind of sitting around all day, I feel like.
And I love seeing someone do something that they're passionate about. Like I love it.
Yeah, if someone's like, I can't hang out, I have to go do this.
I want someone to say to me, they'll be like, oh, do you want to hang out today? Like if my partner goes like, oh, do you want to hang out? I'll be like, oh, like I can, maybe I can push this till tomorrow. I want them to be like, no, finish it, because I want you to like, you know, do your stuff, do your thing.
Be successful.
So, yeah.
I feel like we've already talked about the party scene a little bit, but are you a vodka or a tequila person?
Vodka, but if you hand me tequila, I won't say no.
What type of vodka?
Tito's.
Yeah, always Tito's.
Okay, we're running a bit over, so let's pick one more.
Okay.
Last
Which
question.
one do you
or you
want?
can think of one.
Do you want to do the bagel question? You have an answer.
Oh,
for
yeah.
that?
Sure.
Okay.
That was weird.
Yeah, this is a random question, but final question because it's exciting. If you were a bagel, what kind of bagel would you be?
It's so funny because this morning my friend slept over with me and she was like, oh, I'm gonna go get a coffee, and I was a little hungover, so I was like, okay, you go. I worked out and then came back. I'm gonna need a nap. So I kind of stayed back and I was like, oh, I would love a bagel right now. So I didn't think she was gonna get one. I thought she was just gonna get us coffees, and she comes back with an everything bagel. And I read this question. I was like, the funniest thing, like, to my friend Ivana, and she's like, I was like, someone asked me if I was a bagel, what kind of bagel I would be. Like, that's so funny. Like, why?
I love
like,
that someone actually asked that question. But.
And my friend was like, you'd be she's like, let me think. You'd definitely be an everything bagel. I was like, why? Because she's like, because you're everything. Like, you are a lot, but the best way. Yeah. So I was like, okay. And then I was like, with what on it? And she said butter, because I can go well with anything. So I was like, okay. And then my friend got me a bagel and it was everything.
With butter? Or cream cheese?
Well, we put cream cheese on it. But it was so it kind of was like, okay.
Yeah.
And today you're asking me about it. So I'm like, okay. But thank you all for tuning in. I hope you kind of liked getting to know me a bit more, or you did get to know me a bit more. I'm going to finish with my favorite quote: go where you feel most alive. Thank you, Joelle, for coming on the podcast. I'm sure this won't be your last time. Make sure to write any future questions or topics you want to hear about, and follow the good, the bad, and the future on Instagram. See you next Wednesday to talk about success in the fashion industry and how he got there with the local clothing designer, Devin Michaels. Thank you.